Introduction: This analysis provides a comprehensive update on geopolitical shifts involving Afghanistan, Iran, India, and Russia. Key factors influencing international relations and trade strategies are discussed, with a focus on regional tensions, alliances, and strategic moves by key players. India-Pakistan relations: India has made a strategic decision to distance itself from what it perceives as corrupt and hostile neighbors, particularly Pakistan. The relationship between the two nations has long been tense, with India consistently highlighting Pakistan's alleged role as a hub for terrorism. Taliban's stance and Afghanistan developments: Despite initial challenges, the Taliban have emphasized that they will not become subservient to foreign influences. Notably, the Afghan Air Force was recently attacked by Taliban forces, prompting a strong ground force retaliation from Afghanistan. In efforts to stabilize bilateral relations, India and the Taliban have discussed restarting immediate aid projects, increasing the issuance of visas for Afghan students and medical professionals, commitments from 2022 to 2025 to ensure no hostile operations against India from Afghan soil. Iran-Pakistan dynamics: Iran and Pakistan have had long-standing hostilities. Iran has accused Pakistan of harboring and facilitating terrorists. In recent incidents, Iran launched attacks on Pakistan to prevent the movement of militants. Border issues have intensified, with tensions fueled by the open border regions of Sindistan and Balochistan. Iran's key concerns include militant groups operating near its borders, economic disruptions caused by open borders. Approximately 600,000 to 800,000 Afghan refugees residing in Iran. Iran-Afghanistan relations: Iran and Afghanistan share complex relations marked by historical ups and downs. Iran's foreign minister recently visited Kabul for the first time in 8 years, signaling efforts to stabilize bilateral ties. Key issues discussed included refugee repatriation. Iran requested assurances from the Taliban about the safe return of Afghan refugees. Water disputes, agreements on managing water resources from the drought-prone Helmand and Nandan-Irapan rivers. Economic cooperation, efforts to integrate labor and develop shared economic projects. In the intricate tapestry of South Asian geopolitics, many countries pursue alliances and trade routes, each with their own interests and suspicions. This narrative revolves around the ongoing regional play between India, Russia, Pakistan, and Iran, among others. At the center of this story lies the Lord Vish Project, a grand initiative to connect Russia and Pakistan through a crucial trade route. While such a connection might ostensibly foster trade and mutual cooperation, India voices grave concerns. For years, India has labeled Pakistan as a source of terrorism, a sentiment echoed by Afghanistan's Taliban and Iran's government. The terror attacks that shook Russia last year, allegedly orchestrated by Uzbek individuals trained in Pakistan, fuel these accusations. Moreover, the escalating tensions in Ukraine serve to complicate matters further. Intelligence reports suggest that ammunition used by Ukrainian forces originated from Pakistan's Ordnance Ammunition Company, thus hinting at a deep-rooted military involvement. In this complex backdrop, Kazakhstan emerges as a focus of geopolitical interest. With CIA strongholds suspected in the region, Dagestan and Russia faces potential threats that might involve direct or covert Pakistani operations, increasing the potential for future conflicts. Meanwhile, the dynamics in Iran also reveal significant tension. The country's open borders with Afghanistan allow for free movement, where Afghan residents engage in various economic activities across the Sindistan and Balochistan regions. In these porous borders, clandestine activities thrive, contributing to a multifaceted threat landscape. Certain militant groups reportedly gain support from Afghans, complicating the security situation even further. The internal dynamics in Iran are further strained by hosting approximately 600,000 to 800,000 Afghan refugees, a humanitarian challenge compounded by changes ushered in by the Taliban's rise to power. Although assurances have been made for the safety of these Afghans, skepticism persists, fueled by historical complexities. While the region continues to be mired in geopolitical tensions and complex alliances, the evolving alliances and enmities between these nations offer a tableau of both conflict and cooperation. These dynamics are central to understanding the future role of each in the regional and global arenas. The narrative encapsulates the uncertainty and the shifting allegiances central to South Asia's political landscape. In the intricate web of South Asian geopolitics, a quiet but impactful dialogue has been unfolding between Iran and the Taliban-led Afghan government. The implications of these talks stretch across national boundaries, weaving a narrative that involves issues of refugee management, water treaties, and regional trade routes. Afghanistan, a nation grappling with its economic struggles as the 168th poorest country globally, confronts immense challenges in accommodating returning refugees, especially when they emanate from displaced Pashtun communities in Pakistan. With stark economic realities and limited resources, this remains a contentious point in negotiations. Adding to this complexity is the issue of water sharing between the countries. The significance of the Helmand River and the Nanda-Nirupon River cannot be understated in regions where drought conditions prevail. These water resources are critical, making the negotiations between Afghan leaders and their Iranian counterparts vital. Iran, hosting 3.5 million Afghan refugees, seeks assurances from the Taliban that the repatriation process will be humane, ensuring their safety and well-being as they return. This undertaking carries both humanitarian and political weight, attempting to navigate a landscape already fraught with tension. Underscoring these dialogues is India's strategic positioning, attempting to leverage its relationships with both Iran and Afghanistan. India's subtle facilitation of talks has caught Pakistan off guard, altering the usual dynamic where Pakistan has served as the intermediary. The shared notion of an adversarial relationship with Pakistan, further complicated by historic animosities and geopolitical aspirations, adds a layer of volatility. Pakistan's blockage of direct port access for Afghanistan channels trade through Iran, potentially shifting economic dependencies and allegiances. Both Iran and Afghanistan find themselves balancing the influence of global powers. Distrustful of American intervention and cautious of Chinese intentions, their tentative alignment under India's influence marks a significant shift. This evolving alliance resonates within the broader context of regional power struggles, aiming to reconfigure long-standing enmities and alliances. It reflects a pragmatic realignment in response to shifting sands of political necessity, a nuanced dance in which every move has the potential to reshape the strategic landscape.